New Productions.
Okay, let's hit some of the big things from Horrorhound. Here we go. From my third meeting with George A. Romero, I got assigned. This is Day of the Dead. Obviously, he's surrounded by the zombies on Day of the Dead. Oh, here we go. There's now this is a collage of photos from my meeting, George Romero, but also from the premiere of Devil Comes Down. As you can see right there, the premiere at Carolina Theater, which played before Survival of the Dead, which was a really cool moment. And there's myself with George Romero there in the middle. You see he's aiming for the head. But anyway, Joe Bob Briggs, talked to him at the con. And of course the lovely, lovely Elvira, talked to her as well. Let's see, here's several photos from Horrorhound. There I am with the Dead Pit guys over here. There's Elvira, Romero in the middle, Vampira. It's hard to do that when you're looking at it backwards. There's Clive Barker signing. There's Joe Bob Briggs here at the bottom. And there's the Q&A from before the screening of Nightbreed Uncut, which had Doug Bradley, that guy who was, what's his name in Nightbreed. He was also in Hellraiser. There's Clive Barker. And right there's the lovely, lovely Ashley Lawrence. Cool stuff. There we go. This is a rare little promo piece for Survival of the Dead. You won't see too many of those, but you can see the logo down there in the bottom, if I can ever line it up, Survival of the Dead. And again, it's got pictures of me meeting Romero, talking to him, actually telling him about the premiere of Devil Comes Down before Survival of the Dead. And there we are at the premiere. There we are. Devil Comes Down premiering. And there I am looking all happy and geeky and dorky. There's the historic Carolina Theater. And there's the little ads for it and all that cool stuff. There's a little bit of swag that I picked up. They were giving away little tiny one sheets or whatever. I don't know what these are called, little promos. And they're little, they're not full one sheets, but for the new Nightmare on Elm Street movie, which I'm looking forward to. It's going to be whatever. It'll be, you know, another remake. Hopefully it'll be fun. But I guess here is my big pièce de résistance. This was what I had Clive Barker sign for me. So you can see his signature on there. This is actually an Italian sheet of sorts for Hellraiser 3, which is a reproduction of the artwork from Hellraiser. It's just put over the New York City skyline, which is totally bizarre. Then I've got little images from when I met him. There I am with Clive. We're making weird faces. Another little collage there. There's some Clive's artwork. There's the crowd for Nightbreed Uncut. There's the screen for Nightbreed Uncut. And the funny thing is, Clive actually, he was really impressed by this. He's like, "Where did you get this? This is very, very rare." It's like, I just got it from a dude out there in the hallway. But the reason I got Hellraiser 3 is because, yes, I am an extra in Hellraiser 3. If you look in, it was filmed in High Point, North Carolina, okay, when I was in school. The funny thing is that they originally asked us to do artwork for it, because if you remember the beginning of the movie, it's a club or a museum or something, and they have weird artwork on the walls. Well, they asked our art school, the North Carolina School of the Arts, to create artwork for it. And at the time, they did not tell us at the school what movie it was for. They just said, "Do you want to do artwork for it, for a movie?" And I said no. I'm like, "Oh, I mean, what are they doing? Is it for On Golden Pond or something?" And so I did not create any artwork for it. You know, it was just classic example of me being, you know, a dunderhead and not taking advantage of an opportunity presented to me. Then they say, "Well, do you want to go be an extra?" They're going to let the artists go be extras in a scene in this movie. So I was like, okay. Well, on the way, I find out that it's Hellraiser 3, and the scene that we're in is the club scene, and you can actually see me in the scene where the female character walks up and talks to the DJ. Okay, when the DJ is at the booth and she walks up and talks to him, I'm actually to the right of the screen in a leather jacket and a gray Harley Davidson hat, and I have a beer in one hand, and I'm dancing quite badly, but it's a very, very young version of me. And that's me. So that's why I'm in Hellraiser 3, and that's why I asked Clive Barker to sign this sheet of Hellraiser 3 for me, and I actually told him the story that I just told you, because I had a great time talking to him at Horrorhound, and it was worth every penny, and it was a moment that was truly unforgettable in my life. And we talked about that, and we talked about horror and what it takes to make horror, what the subtext of horror is. And because of that, I truly cherish the con experience. I'm looking forward to more experiences in the future. I'm hoping I can make the Fright Night Film Fest so I can talk to Roger Corman and ask him about horror and filmmaking and those kind of things, because that's what I do when I go. I don't just go to say, hey, you're great, or you're awesome, or some kind of fanboy crap like that. I actually go and I try to ask these people questions I've had for years. I relate my experiences of following them and being inspired by them for years, and in those moments we have a genuine moment. We share a moment, if you will. Okay, so here I am. I'm doing my unbubbling as I babble at you. And here, okay, I thought this is what it was. Here we go. It's my 2 new additions to my Junji Ito collection. Tomie 1 and Tomie 2. These are out of print. Very, very cool. I've never read them. I've heard great, great things about them from good friends over the years. And they are inspiration for a series of movies, again, which I've never seen, but I do want to see. I've heard that the first one is really good, and one of the later sequels is really good. But anyway, so there it is. Tomie. Junji Ito is the author and artist of what I consider one of the finest horror comics ever made, which was Uzumaki, which was eventually adapted into a horror movie in Japan, and I think that was one of the top 50 horror movies of the last decade. Is actually, you will see it when I get to that point in my series of the top 50 horror films of the new millennium. Uzumaki is listed and is by Junji Ito, and there's some more of his stories right there, and I will read these, and I will also check out the Tomie movie, and I don't know, I guess that's about it. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Keep checking us out. Leave me ratings, leave me comments, as long as you're not being a butthole. I'll enjoy talking to you, and I'll see you next time at mutantville.com.